morning, everybody. I haven't done a video for months and months, mainly because I haven't had any content to show everybody. The garden's asleep now. The weather was so bad toward the end of the summer, it was hard to film anything. I did all the harvesting of what few bits of vegetables we managed to get. Dug all my veg beds up, I've mulched them, put them to bed. I'll try and do another little video, maybe next week, showing what I have done and how much tidier it looks now. I planted a few new plants, as you remember. I dug up some lavenders and I've replaced those with various other things. Seem to have done okay, seem to have taken. My last plant arrived a couple of days ago, got another hellebore, so that's gone in. And I've got some hypericums in and some biennials to fill some gaps and bulbs. I've done all my bulb planting. So there's not been a great deal to film, so I haven't really done a video, but today, this is a bit different. It's not really a gardening video. It's more of me having a rant, having a sound off. Hopefully talking to myself in this way is going to get it off my chest because it's niggling me, really. And I'm hoping there might be someone else out there who feels the same way as I do. Now, as gardeners, we're all pretty clued up about green things, green energy, being sustainable, doing our bit for the planet. And I'd like to think that I've always done my bit for the planet. For years and years, before it was a thing. I've always recycled as much as possible, try to avoid using single-use plastics. I walk a lot, I use public transport. We just have the one car, which we don't use all the time, we walk a lot. We don't take it up to the shops. If it's just a 10-minute walk, we go on foot. I plant for the birds, I plant for the pollinators, I grow my own vegetables, I wear clothes year in, year out. I don't buy clothes for the sake of buying clothes, buy them when I need to buy them. I buy a lot of second-hand things, I upcycle furniture, as you know, shown you videos. I like to think I'm as green as it's possible for me to be, really. Recycle my glass. But I don't know if it's just me. But the more this green agenda is shoved down our throats, we've got this COP29 going on at the moment, which is a complete and utter waste of time, I think. Most of the countries who are the worst polluters aren't even there. China, USA, India. And they've all flown out there in the private jets. 400 private jets apparently have arrived in Azerbaijan where they're holding it. Yeah, really great. Have they not heard of Zoom? Why can they not do these things via Zoom? I don't know. And yet we can't use a plastic straw because we're destroying the planet. I haven't been on an aeroplane for 30 years. And as much as we all try and do our bit, you just get constantly fed up of being told we're not doing enough. We need to stop using cars that use petrol. We need to stop using plastic straws. We need to stop eating meat. And yet they're flying around in private jets. You know, the protesters, I know they're well-meaning, just stop oil. And all they're doing is stopping ordinary people going to work, stopping ordinary people going about the business. And they're all stood there in the high-vis jackets made of oil. How did they get there? Did they get dropped off in Daddy's 4x4? Maybe not all of them, but some of them probably did. How many devices do they own? Far more than I do. They'll have the latest iPhone. I don't have an iPhone. Got an iPad. How many TVs do they have in their house? We have one TV that's third hand and a little portable in the conservatory. That's it. And they're preaching to us. You're damaging the planet. You're damaging the planet. Making the cars stop. Their engines are revving. It just gets me go. It just annoys me. And the latest, it's just getting horrendous in the UK. It's just, I'm so envious of the Americans who've now going to have a president who, I'm not a fan of Trump, if I'm being honest, as a person, as a human being. As a president, yeah, he's got sense. He's doing things about this stupid, nonsensical things that are going on. I mean, he's a complete climate change denier is Trump, I believe, and I'm not. I do believe the climate's changing. You only have to look out the window. It's really been mild in November, really mild. Plants are getting confused, and it's not good. I don't deny there's a change going on in the climate, but I think it's a natural phenomenon. This happens all the time. I don't think we're making a huge difference. We're maybe making a bit of difference, but not a huge difference. And I personally would rather see all this money. Excuse the noise, that was my phone beeping. I would rather see lots of money going into cleaning up the oceans and the rivers, stopping people dumping plastic in the seas, making sure everybody in the world has access to clean water. Doing campaigns to stop people fly tipping and dropping litter. These are the kinds of things that make a difference to people's lives, cleaning up the countryside. Instead, we're trying to put farmers out of business in this country by taxing them to the hilt. So they can take the land, and goodness knows whether they want to build loads of houses on it for all the migrants who are coming in to the country. And they're getting rid of, they're cutting trees down, they're cutting woodlands down, and sticking solar farms, solar panels, wind farms. Just stick more trees, just plant more trees. Solar farms and wind farms are not ecologically friendly. They're not green. They're damaging the wildlife. They're killing off the wildlife. They're killing the birds. They're polluting the ground. They're made of chemicals. Same with electric cars. I just don't believe. I think it's a scam. There's somebody out there who's making a lot of money on the back of all this green politics, and it isn't us. Oh, you must get an electric car. No, because the batteries are full of nickel and lithium and cobalt, all these horrendous chemicals and minerals. And where are they from? They mine them in South America. They go into South America, they displace all the indigenous people, they cut down the forests to do mining, to get these things to make your green car that's charged up with electricity. What's electricity made out of? It's a fossil fuel. It comes from power stations that are fossil fuels. And I just think it's just a scam. It's just a scam. We have the dearest electricity and gas in the world. China's got the cheapest. And why do you think that is? Because in China, they're building coal-powered power stations. Go figure, as the Americans say. And it's just getting stupid. They're telling us it's because they need to save the planet. We need to have net zero. We'll be bankrupt if we have net zero in this country. Yes, I'm not saying petrol's a wonderful thing. No, it possibly isn't. And there are better things we could use. And we maybe do need to look at alternative kinds of fuel in this country, both for our housing and for our cars. But we haven't the resources in place to do that. So rather than sending all this money abroad, giving all this money to migrants, sending all this money to these stupid green energy schemes that aren't going to work, invest it in research into better power, research into other means of powering cars and powering our homes, and cleaning up the rivers, cleaning up the seas, campaigning to stop. I mean, I go out, as you know, I go out for a walk every day if I can. I was out this morning at 7 o'clock. It was only just coming light. It was beautiful sunrise though. And I've done it about 2.5 miles. And the amount of litter on the streets you see, and a lot of this is being dropped by the younger generation who are going to save the planet. Yeah, right. Let's work on cleaning up our countryside, our streams, our rivers, our seas. Every country did that. And leave the actual power side of it alone. Leave the farmers alone. If we have no farmers, the country will go bankrupt. We won the war. Oh, I've got something in my eye now. We won the war, or one of the, not obviously not just because of this, but one of the huge contributing factors to us winning the war was our farmers. Dig for victory, grow vegetables, buy local, buy British. And now they're trying to put the farmers out of business. Where are we going to go to get all our fruit and vegetables? They're going to ship it in from abroad, full of what kind of nasty chemicals? So, sorry, I'm having a real rant here. I'm sorry. I'm not a ranty person normally. But I'm just thinking it's making people less inclined to be green, I think, as green as they can be. Because they hear it on this, it's constantly pushed down your throat. That you just turn off from it. You just don't want to do it. You just think it's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's pointless. So, I'll shut up now. On that note, I'll go and get something to eat, some peckish. And I just thought I'd do this little video. I'll try and get back to doing something a bit nicer and a bit more positive, and film something in the garden perhaps next week. And then think about some content I can do in the winter. That's where I struggle when you do gardening videos and you've only got a very small garden. What do you do the rest of the year? I did say I might do some book vlogs because I've done a lot of reading in the last few months. So I don't know, I'll see. I might do another little montage of photos as well. So I had a little break a few weeks ago, went up to Saltburn-on-Sea. Beautiful, lovely place. And I had a day in Whitby, and we didn't take a lot of photographs, to be fair. I might do a little montage of those as well. Anyway, hope you're having a lovely week. So if you're not interested in anything ranty, political and green, don't watch this. That's fine, I understand. But if you did agree with me, please give it a like. Please comment if you've got anything to say. Tell me I'm wrong. That's fine. Tell me that you don't agree with me and we need to do a lot more. That's fine. You know, educational adult discussion is always good, isn't it? That's what it's all about, or should be. You're allowed to say what you like. You're allowed to disagree, and we don't fall out. So hopefully I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.